Okay, before we continue this video, I would like to ask you to do yourself a favor and to just imagine what your life would look like if money or time wouldn't be an issue. So before you see the rest of this video, perhaps your dream car is not a Rolls Royce, but think and visualize your dream car, your dream house, your dream circumstances, as well as the person that you would like to become, even though you're not it yet. And the same with your circumstances. So for the rest of the video, keep that in mind. What is your reason? And what is the reason why you have these goals? So perhaps you went through a traumatic experience, or you experienced something that you sworn you would never ever lower yourself to experience again, or fears or traumatic experiences that are all over the place. But keep in mind the person that you would like to become, the circumstances that you would like to live in, and the material wealth that you'd like to enjoy here now on earth, even though again you're not that person yet, and perhaps your circumstances suck, and perhaps you don't have a penny on your name or no nail to scratch your ass. But before you see the rest of this video, please even write down or visualize with all your might, emotions, close your eyes and visualize the person that you would like to become, the circumstances that you would like to live in, as well as the material wealth that you would like to enjoy here now on earth, like a car, a house, fashion, jewelry, a boat. Perhaps you want to help your parents, or support a good cause, start your own foundation. Maybe it is making a trip, or only flying first class, or only staying in 5-star hotels, or eat in 3-star Guide de Michelin restaurants, or going to that magic island to stay there for 3 months. Up to you. So keep that in mind while seeing and being informed with the rest of this video. If you don't do that, it doesn't make sense. So figure out the reason why you have dreams, what you'd like to solve, what you'd never want to experience again. And with that in mind, with the perfect person in mind, the circumstances, as well as the material wealth, see the rest of this information video, and then I have a surprise at the end. So dream bigger, faster, and take massive action. Okay, thank you for clicking on this video. You could have clicked on a different video, or maybe watched cats dance on TikTok, but something in your mind, in your heart, in your dream world must have chosen this video. Perhaps you have a reason to do that. So keep that reason, the reason why you clicked on this video, in mind. And I would like to just introduce you to a way to create passive, so with or without your presence, passive online residual meaning time and time again. So recurring income, passive online residual income. You need 3 elements, and I will make this into a very short introduction video because it's part of a longer video. But you need traffic, you need people, you need fresh blood, so to speak. So you need people that have a reason, like yourself, in order to join you, so that you can create income, residual income, passive income, commissions, so to speak. Then the second thing you need is a funnel, a video funnel, doing all the telling and selling before they actually purchase your product, whatever your product is. Now we have a product that we're launching at this moment, but the big story of this video is, and that's before I introduce you to the product, but the big story is that the last 3 years we've been studying AI very, very rigorously, and the last 6 months we have actually built a funnel with AI in order to do all the recruiting for you. So we are able to literally help you build a team, or an amount of customers or team members, or whatever you'd like to call. But we are doing the telling, the selling, the recruiting, the online marketing, everything for you with AI. And in order to do that, you need teachers to teach you how to use AI, not to just look at AI, but also create what you call AI applications, then you need a prototype and you need AI tools. Now we've got that. So what I'm talking about right now is already built. It's 99.9%, 99.99% ready. So you probably already see a link of the entire sales funnel below this video in the description. You need to copy and paste links, or maybe you see the link on this page, or maybe I've sent you the link separately, but we have built a system that is doing everything for you. Not only the creation of new members or customers or team members, whatever you call them, leads, prospects or paying leads, all done for you, as well as the telling, the selling. And I'll spare you the details, but this is really what the funnel looks like. Those who know how to build video funnels, we have built this with AI in such a crazy manner that we are actually we're actually very surprised of the power that AI is bringing to the table when it comes to search engine optimization, the creation of traffic, leads, prospects, the follow-up systems, the auto income opportunities, and eventually creating your lifestyle. Because the moment you start making enough money on autopilot, passively and residual, you're able to live your lifestyle. So the AI that we have developed, the actual applications, do all the teasers, the advertising, the lead generation, the search engine optimization, but also created video opt-in pages, all info video websites and follow-up systems, talking about email follow-up systems like what we used to call autoresponders, as well as one-time offers and sales letters, as well as payment portals and thank you and tell a friend pages that makes a sales force out of your new members. And those are members and team members and leads and prospects and paying members worldwide in 48 languages. And again, I spare you the detail. I just want to make this a little introduction video of we have you covered. We have broken the biggest hurdle for people, and that is new members, new customers. And other videos explaining you about this method in detail are on this YouTube channel or on this video channel, wherever you see this video or information. But we have you covered in such a way that I can't wait to hear the testimonials, to hear your story. We have been using and studying, and we are now specialized in AI tools. You see in your screen right here, like Manus, Figma, UX Pilot, Visibly, Lovable, Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, you name it, and the list keeps growing and the applications keep becoming more amazing. Now the click-through prototype has been ready for a long time, but now we have the actual product linked to us as well, and the real deal ready for you to see, to join with, etc., etc. So what AI has given us is an opportunity to actually build a machine that runs the machine. So we have found a bottleneck, which is traffic for most people. Traffic or new members or paying members or customers, that's the bottleneck. We've created a painkiller, and now the solution is ready as well. And I do believe that with our AI applications, you're able to run an AI one-person business, a one-person AI business that will literally blow your hair back and knock your socks off for the next 50 generations. So bottleneck ticked off, painkiller ticked off, solution ticked off. So enough said about traffic, funnels, and now the product. We have chosen a product, and actually the product has inspired us to actually build this quicker, because the product is so amazing that we grant everyone worldwide the results of this fantastic product. And the product is for this system, because we're going to apply the entire system for millions of products and services, but the product we are launching, this AI funnel and team member generation platform, first is NuCalm. NuCalm is bringing an app on the market. It's brand new, it's just been launched, and today is the 9th of April 2026. But for many years neurofrequency technology was applied to 1% of people that could afford it with very bulky medical devices. Now it's in app form. So NuCalm is actually bringing 3 subscriptions to the market that you're able to enjoy neurofrequency technology that is absolutely physically and literally blowing your mind and knocking your hair back and knocking your hair back, blowing your hair back and knocking your socks off. After having used it myself, I do believe that this patented, medically approved and proven product will help a lot of people worldwide to get back to their natural state of being again. So the product is a subscription basically, and more information about NuCalm and the actual neurofrequency technology, again patented, approved, medically approved and proven on this YouTube channel, or perhaps you see this on a longer video that I introduce you to the product now as well. So this was the little introduction.
Now let's talk about one of our services. It's called NuCalm. It's an app that goes on your phone, and I truly believe it's one of the most life-changing things you can do for your body. With that being said, if you go to our website, you can learn all about it. You can see how it's on all kinds of news shows and magazines and all that kind of stuff. Comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, but right now, I want you to see a short little 3-minute video from the president of NuCalm so you can hear why this is so special. Here you go.
NuCalm has taken 33 years and $42 million of patented clinically proven neuroscience that used to be a 4-component complex $6,000 device into a mobile app. And on that app, there are 6 channels. So you as a consumer get to choose, how do I want to feel right now at this moment, and how do I want to activate this and get to a state without drugs or side effects. So deep sleep is used at night. It's used through a speaker. It is not binaural signal processing. It's called isochronic waveform. So through a speaker at night, you put on deep sleep, and within minutes, it simply cycles your brainwave down to 0.5 hertz and puts you to sleep. It's an 8-hour track, and along that journey of sleep, you're filling in gaps in your sleep architecture, and your sleep efficiency is improving. Then we have Rescue, Power Nap, and Flow State. These are the core clinical therapeutic values of NuCalm. Rescue has been used in over 2 million surgical procedures, replacing general anesthesia with people being operated on listening to our physics. This is the key, this is the patents and all the stuff we've done across the years with cancer and multiple sclerosis and addiction and trauma and surgical procedures. Rescue is the key cornerstone neuroacoustic software of NuCalm. Rescue is the key for any athlete and any fan who is so excited, they get so amped up for the game, and then you win, you're amped up, and you lose, you're so disappointed. Rescue is something you do after performance for recovery. Reset my mind, reset my body, lower my stress response, raise my rest response. When I raise my rest response, I can be more patient, more present, more clear-headed, more focused, more energized, more calm. I'm not sabotaged by anxiety and fear and other people's concerns and worries. So Rescue, Power Nap, and Flow State are the recovery elements. Then we have Focus. Focus was just released in July of 2022. It took us 7 years to create this. Focus oscillates your brain between 15 and 20 hertz. There's a specific frequency that correlates to high levels of clarity, concentration, and comprehension, and that's 18.4 hertz. The human brain can only stay in a thinking process like this clear focus for 15 to 20 minutes. It's called the Pomodoro technique. So for about 15 to 20 minutes we can be focused. Then you'll notice your mind starts to distract and we reach diminished returns. Well, not with physics you don't. So we have a 47-minute full focus track. You put headphones on and you are laser focused on what you're trying to accomplish. Then we have Ignite. Ignite is hugely beneficial to the professional athlete. For 6 years, we use this in confidence with 56 professional sports teams and across the Department of Defense, literally putting this into the hands or into the heads of Special Forces, Air Force Special Operations Command, Navy SEALs, etc. Ignite oscillates your brain starting at 15 hertz in a 14-minute neuroacoustic software journey all the way up to 40 hertz where you're fully activated and ready to prepare for any performance, and you will have an unstoppable feeling of absolute certainty. Let me repeat that. An unstoppable feeling of absolute certainty. You will achieve anything you set your mind to because there is no distraction and you are fully activated, so you have full access to all of your muscle memory and all of your training.
You know, folks, every time I see that video, it blows my mind, and I can hardly believe that we get to help people change their mental state with the touch of a button. It just blows my mind. And when I think about all the different people and organizations that are using this around the world, SWAT, FBI, Air Force, Navy SEALs, Special Forces, doctors, surgeons, CIA, 78 professional sports teams, you know, Tony Robbins, Jim Quick, Roger Love, Mark Victor Hansen. It just blows my mind. But nothing blows my mind more than thinking about this. There's been over 2.7 million surgical procedures done without anesthesia because of this, folks. About 15,000 per day now. I think that tells the story. I always tell people, just choose your plan and find out for yourself. There's no better testimonial than your own, and it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. No gimmicks, no gotchas. So if you're going to choose your plan, how do you do it? Well, there's two of the lower monthly plans. There's Sleep Suite and Performance Prime with Tony Robbins. They're $25.49 each. Or if you get Edge, it has everything that the app has to offer in there. It's the most robust one. And then if you want, you can buy any of those plans annually, and it'll just save you money overall, okay? Same plans, overall saves you money, and again, the Edge one is the most robust one. Whether you decide to go with monthly or annually, folks, I recommend you start with Edge, okay? You could always downgrade if you want to, but I truly believe it's the one that you should have. Now, if you go with monthly, you'll save 15% over buying it directly from NuCalm. And if you go annually, you'll save 23%. Whichever way you decide to go, by the way, it all comes with a 30-day, 100% money-back guarantee. So you've got to try this product for yourself. You see, it used to take a $6,000 FDA-approved medical device to make this happen. Then they figured out how to make your cell phone the device. And so as long as you have a Bluetooth speaker and a headset, you're good to go. A smartphone, Bluetooth speaker, and a headset, you've got to give this a try. So those are the products and the services that I highly recommend that you try. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of time, and I'm going to show you how you can actually make money by helping us spread the word. And folks, it creates residual income, which is absolutely the key. I'm just going to use NuCalm for the pay example, okay? Just know all of our products pay in a similar way. But let's say somebody gets on NuCalm and they use it for a month and their whole life is better. Do you think they're going to want to just experience that for 1 month or every single month for the rest of their life? Of course they will. So this is what creates residual income. Imagine gathering a customer once. They have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk whatsoever. And then they decide, no, I'm not ever going to live without this. And you get paid again and again and again, month after month, year after year. That's the kind of income we're talking about, residual income. Okay, first we're going to talk about pay from the work that you do. This is you spreading the word, you sharing about this. On everybody's first order that you bring in, on whatever amount of that sale, because some people buy multiple products or different things, whatever part is commissionable, you'll make 50% of that commission in about a week. That's exciting. On NuCalm, $42.49, it qualifies you to receive all your pay for a month if you're buying that. If you buy it for the year, it qualifies you for the whole year, and it's basically only $38.25 a month. But what about on residual orders? When people reorder month after month, year after year, you want to get paid on those as well. If you're buying NuCalm monthly, you'll get paid on all reorders on this scale that you're looking at now. If you have one customer, 5% of the commission on all reorders. If you have 3 customers, it's 20%. If you gather 7, it's 30%. And folks, there's no time limit. Whenever this happens, when you have that many customers, you'll get paid that percentage on all the customers you have. If you've got 14, it's 40%. And of course, 21 or more is 50%. So there's a big reason for people to gather a lot of customers here. But let me just share this with you. If you buy NuCalm personally yourself, or 3 of our other products on SmartShip. So it's either one, either NuCalm annually or 3 of our other products on SmartShip. The computer system automatically moves your qualification scale to the one on the right, which is easier. It's easier. So it doesn't matter what your customers are buying. What matters is what are you buying. If it's NuCalm or a single product, 2 products, you'll get paid from the scale on the left. If it's NuCalm annually or 3 products or more, it's the scale I'm showing you now. Now 1 customer is double, 10%. 3 is 25%, and then 7 puts you right at the top. Folks, think about this. You get paid 50% where it would normally take 21 or more customers, okay? So it's a really big deal. Now, this is 2 of the ways you get paid. It's the money that you get paid off of the original sale that a customer spends the money on, and then it's all reorders, okay? How about this? We have big rank up bonuses here. As you're building a team, if you become a manager 3, you gather 3 customers, you'll get a $50 bonus on top of everything else I just showed you. If you become a manager 7, you'll get a $200 bonus on top of everything else I just showed you. And here's the best part. We teach everyone, just focus on manager 3 and manager 7. Become a manager 3 and then become a manager 7, and all the rest should take care of itself. Why? Because as your manager 3s and your manager 7s are working on getting themselves to manager 3 and 7 and teaching others to do the same, you'll get to use all the volume that comes in from your team from infinity levels, unlimited levels, to rank you up. If you become a 5K from the volume that team generates, you'll get a $500 bonus. And folks, if that's not you doing the work, how much is that an hour? How about as it just grows and grows and grows? Imagine if you became a manager 7 here and 2 of those people just started building like crazy in our company. That could rank you all the way up to the top of this rank advancement bonus part. And folks, your total bonuses could be $89,250. Can you imagine what that would be like? It can happen. How about this? We have a worldwide loyalty bonus pool. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time on this, but do you wish already, just from seeing what you've seen, that you could earn a piece of every sale that SocialX makes worldwide? Folks, you can. How does it work? Become a 10K, and I just showed you how to do it. You'll get 1 share in that pool for life, and it pays weekly as long as you're a 10K. You become a 25K, you'll get 2 shares, 50K 3 shares, 100K 4, 200K 5, and of course our top position 500K, 7 shares of that pool, and it pays weekly. All right. We're going to take it back a notch, and we're going to talk about something that I believe anyone can achieve. I just showed you can make a bunch of money off of bonuses and building a team here and everything, but now let's just talk about really getting paid off the efforts of others, but everybody doing just a little bit. We believe many hands makes light work, so we're going to talk about the power of manager 3. Forget manager 7 and forget ranking up, just the power of manager 3. You're in our company. You're getting paid from, we're going to say 7 levels right now, a part of our comp plan, okay? You're going to get 2% all the way down to 10% on those levels. That means that when you get in, if you become a manager 3, that means you brought in 3 people. They're going to be on your first level. You're going to earn 2% of all the commission they produce on top of everything else I just showed you, that 5 to 50%. This is in addition to that. And then those 3 folks, what's their goal? They're going to want to be a manager 3. If they become a manager 3, that means they brought in 3 people each. It would put 9 folks on your second level where you get a pay raise. Now you earn 3%. And then those 9 people, what's their goal? Become manager 3s. Everybody, just become a manager 3. It's real simple. The easiest qualification in our industry, that would put 27 people on your third level where you get another pay raise. Now you're at 4%, double of what you got from the 3 you brought in. And then when those people say, what do I do? And you say, become a manager 3. That's what everyone focuses on. That would put 81 folks on your 4th level where you get another pay raise. When those people become manager 3s, that could put over 200 people on your 5th level where you get another pay raise. And when they want to become manager 3s, guess what? Now you could have over 700 folks where you get another pay raise. And then if they want to become manager 3s, because that's everyone's first and simplest goal, that could put over 2,000 people on your 7th level. And folks, you won't even know them, but you're going to love them because you just got another pay raise. Now, think about this. Where would you rather get paid the biggest commission? Where you only have 3 people, or where you could have over 2,000? Of course, where you could have over 2,000. Folks, that's why we set this part of the comp plan up. Imagine this as retirement income, right? Where you're building a lifetime of residual retirement income. All right, everybody, these are the percents you can get paid from these 7 levels. And if this is the team that you have here and ready for this, if they're just buying NuCalm, none of our other products, not NuCalm annually, just monthly for $42.49, you'd be earning over $6,000 a month. That's right. You became a manager 3, never got another promotion, and everyone on your team became manager 3s, never got other promotions, and you'd be earning over $6,000 a month, and they're just buying what they need and want, spending less than $2 a day. How about this? What if they buy it annually? And some people will. Your annual pay could be over $57,000. What I'm excited about is not that. It's the monthly, everybody. Because what if you could have an extra $6,000 a month coming in? Would that change your life for the better? I believe it would. And this is pay from the work that others do. So think about this. These 7 levels could pay you a lot of money. You're looking at it on the screen. But guess what? It doesn't stop there. You can actually get paid all the way down to 20 levels. I'm not even going to show it to you because number 1, you wouldn't believe it anyway, and 2, you'd need oxygen. And I just want you to get through the rest of the presentation. I'll wrap this up for you in just a couple of minutes here. Folks, this creates true residual income because people want NuCalm monthly, over and over and over. And guess what? The world teaches us to work hard for 40 years and can't retire on what we got paid in the first place. In other words, retire on half of what you couldn't live on in the first place, right? We're going to teach people work hard for a year or 2 and then retire on more than you ever imagined. So with that being said, you did the work to bring in those 3, but the rest of it is your team doing the work. Folks, that's exciting.
So mood, behavior, thought patterns, energy are directly correlated to the frequency of your brainwave function. So what we did, what we figured out, what we invented beginning 35 years ago was a method to help you modulate the frequency of your brain without relying on caffeine, sugary drinks, Monster Energy, alcohol, wine, beer, recreational drugs, antidepressants, anti-anxiety, sleeping pills. You start to get the idea, like, wow, humans literally regulate their mood, their energy, and their behavior through external stimulation. That is correct. Well, you can do this through your auditory motor cortex. So what we did, what we figured out, what we invented beginning 35 years ago was a method to help you modulate the frequency of your brain. First responders are caretakers. Caretakers aren't easy to take care of. Big challenge. So it's been really interesting for us. I have been delighted to see 15 years ago, no one was talking about restoration, recovery, resilience, stress management, and sleep. No one. We were literally like pioneers and aliens coming around and telling the world, hey, you got to pay attention to this. But the zeitgeist is changing and people are waking up to this. Once we're traumatized, the physiology of our brain changes. You can't see it externally, but on a PET scan, you can see there's a diminishment of blood flow to the hippocampus, which is our memory center, and a diminishment of blood flow to our prefrontal and frontal cortex. So the traumatized brain changes physiology, reduces blood flow to key areas of our brain, and keeps us stuck in a pattern of fear and anxiety and worry and vigilance, okay? I am not going to acquiesce to conventional therapy. I'm not going to give somebody that I want to help, that they're coming to me for help. I'm not going to give them a narcotic-based pharmaceutical, which isn't solving the root problem. It's not doing anything positive. It's dampening their ability to feel, and it's putting a Band-Aid on the problem. Not doing it. So his brain, which is amazing to me, said, you know what? In the frequency range of the human being, there's a certain frequency associated with what's called theta, 4 hertz to 7 hertz. And in this state, and only in this state, your body heals. It's called the healing zone. That sounds delightful. The recovery aspect, mental and physical, is why professional athletes, amateur athletes, Olympic athletes, so Olympians from the last 15 years of all the Olympic Games have been using NuCalm. Circadian rhythm dysregulation. I know that when several hockey players arrived in Sochi, they're like, holy cow, this NuCalm thing's amazing because everybody around me is jet lagged and I feel amazing. That was a big one. That was a big check the box for a lot of the players. So Rescue, ladies and gentlemen, is what we use for stress relief, anxiety relief, health, and wellness. Blake changed all this. So early on today, I shared with everybody a nonlinear oscillating algorithm in the software. That was what Blake used to trick the reticular activating system. So here's one of those ancillary benefits. You put NuCalm on. Rescue is the one for therapy and relaxation, recovery, and balancing your nervous system. So Rescue, ladies and gentlemen, is what we use for stress relief, anxiety relief, health, and wellness. You put it on, you listen to it, the reticular activating system activates and says, okay, I got to go find the pattern, but it's nonlinear. So even if the scope is us to take you to 4 hertz, we're not holding you at 4 hertz. We're taking you to 3.93, 4.12, 3.78, 5. That's what we're doing. So it's a constant movement. NuCalm is a method to allow you, and you already kind of expressed 2 of the outcomes, to allow you as a human being to manage your state of mind, manage your energy, manage your thought patterns, and manage your behavior all in one by managing the specific frequency of your brainwave. So I know there's a lot to unpack in there, but essentially the human brain oscillates in a frequency range of 41 hertz, 5 categories of brainwave function. Many of you have heard of delta, theta, and alpha. Those are slow waveforms in sleep. Beta and gamma are faster, action-oriented. And here's what's cool. This is math and science. So mood, behavior, thought patterns, energy are directly correlated to the frequency of your brainwave function.
Where can you do this? Where can you sell NuCalm? In over 100 countries and territories all over the world. So look, everyone, this just makes sense. Let's forget the numbers for a minute. Forget all the money I just showed you. Let's talk about something and really understand how important this is. Think about what some of your biggest expenses are, okay? Most people say it's their house. In America, it's over $2,000 a month. That's an average house payment. And then a lot of people say it's their car. In America, it's over $700 a month, the average car payment. I say that's not your biggest purchases and certainly not your most important ones. It's really your health, right? And look at this, folks. You can't put a price on your health, but if you could, I believe it would be $42.49 a month. Most of us are spending money on our houses and our cars, and we're not spending anything on our health. And it's really the most important part. If you don't take care of your body, where will you live? What do I mean by that? If something happens to your house, you can buy a new one. You'll figure it out. But if something happens to your body, folks, you can't buy another one, right? So you have to take care of the only one that you have. Make no mistake about it, health and wealth. Why? Because we believe they're the perfect marriage. If you lose your health, you're not going to care about money. But if you're always worried about your finances, it's a proven fact that it can make you physically ill. So everybody, please, at the touch of a button on your phone, you can get better sleep. You can have stress go away. You can focus. You can exercise like never before and have energy like you can't even imagine. So I implore you, try these things for yourself, everybody. Don't just take our word for it. It comes with a 100% money back guarantee, right? Choose your plan and get started. I recommend you start with Edge. Whether it's monthly or whether it's annually, both save you money and both have a 100% money back guarantee. So thank you so much for listening to me. My mom told me a long time ago, Stu, find something you do for free, then figure out a way to get paid for that. That's when you'll not only make the most money, that's when you'll be your happiest. And folks, I can tell you I wake up every day and I literally thank God this is what I get to do for a living. Thank you so much for listening to me all around the world.